Welcome back to our channel. In this video we travel to the historic town of Montagu and then drive a short distance out from there to this beautiful Tibani Nature Reserve. This is situated in the Klein Karoo, so come along and enjoy our travels with us. Right, so we are just leaving Montagu now. We just stopped off to get some provisions and we have around about 14 kilometers to go, and then we will be at Tibani Nature Reserve.
We're now turning left to go towards Tibani.
So the route to Tibani that we have taken from Hermanus this morning, we've taken us through the beautiful little towns of Bonnievale and Montagu. But we'll talk more about those at the end of this video as we travel back home and go through those lovely little towns. So the road to Tibani, once you leave the tar road, is a dirt road, but it is really good condition, and it's the road that will eventually take you to the Obach Pass. So come along, we're nearly there.
We have arrived at Tibani. Which is rather exciting. Looks very beautiful. Right, we've just closed the gate and we are now heading for our campsite. Seems as though there's excellent security here. Cameras, electric fences, and gate locks. Oops. We have now arrived at our campsite, Mongoose.
Right, so we have just arrived at Tibani Nature Reserve and we've just set up camp. The campsite is called Mongoose Campsite. Really nice. Very, very hot at the moment. It's 39, 40 degrees, not quite sure. So this campsite's only been open for about 2 years now. So the trees haven't grown. There's not much shade protection. So it's going to be quite something in this heat here. But looking good. There is this lovely little deck on top of
what I'd call a farm dam, which is the pool. We will probably be spending quite a bit of time in there. And then there are ablutions. There is solar lighting here. And there's also, amazingly, Wi-Fi. So small, just a toilet and a shower. Now that's all you need. And then in the middle, we'll have the fire going in there tonight. And so the only bit of shade that we're having at the moment, which is fantastic, is underneath all this beautiful bamboo. And there is a breeze blowing through there, so that does tend to cool it down a little bit. Hey Delia, are you hot? Can't talk. So up on top of the little deck here now, at the pool, that's going to be awesome. Spend some time in there, and it's actually very nice. Got a bit of a view. We should be watching the sunset tonight from here, and under this shade netting they've got up does give us a bit of protection from the sun, and there is a nice breeze blowing through here as well, so not too bad. This is stunning, an absolutely beautiful place.
So Tibani is a 600 hectare private nature reserve which was formerly part of a much larger sheep farm, and this was acquired by Patrick and Sinette van der Westhuizen in 2018 for the sole purpose of preserving the natural beauty and habitat of the Little Karoo. They changed the name to Tibani, and this means never ending. Now if you take the 4x4 trail, which we will do later, you will see that from the top of the mountains it certainly does mean that never ending. The vistas in all directions just go on forever. And so after fixing all the fencing, springbok, kudu, blesbok and zebra were reintroduced into the reserve. Then in 2022 they opened the reserve to the public. They have one very private chalet and one private campsite.
Right, so our first night's been really warm. The apps show around about 35-36 degrees. It really felt a lot hotter than that. Anyway, for the first night we're having a really nice chop rye. Could have probably left them out in the sun, they would have cooked. But the temperature's dropping down nicely now. Really beautiful. It's actually quite a nice temperature now. So apart from the one campsite, they also have one little chalet called Montagu, and not too far from the campsite, but also still very private. And we're going to take a walk up there. Apparently we can't drive up at the moment because they've just repaired the road and there's a section of concrete that might be still wet. So there's nobody in the chalet at the moment, so we're going to just go and take a video up there quickly. And actually from the entrance where we turn in to go to Montagu, looking back now, that is towards where we're camping, down the bottom to the right around the corner. And after a short walk from the turn-off, we're now at Montagu. Really nice, also very private, situated in this little valley. Just pan around and down the valley. Unfortunately locked up, rightly so. Looks very pretty in there. Looks like a little 2-bedroom kitchen, and then on the deck there is a pool. It is covered at the moment, and then all under shade, and then the views down the valley, sitting on this deck. Beautiful sunsets from here. Right, so on these hot days here, this is the place to be. in the dam. Really nice. How's it? Is it refreshing?
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my God, this is heaven. Oh.
And actually sitting under this little roof on top of this deck is actually quite nice. There's a nice breeze blowing, so it's quite cool. As long as the sun is overhead. I'm sure that'll change later when the sun goes down.
Right, so this is the start of the 4x4 trail. It's the same road that goes past the camp and the chalets. It is a 12-kilometer trail. It is not circular, so you have to come back the same way. You just traverse back exactly the same way you went up. The fit can hike this, or you can mountain bike, but I'm going to do it in our Prado 4x4 trail all the way up to the top. Let's see how it goes.
Right, so the first part of the trail sort of winds up through this valley. Very pretty. The boterboom looks, I think it's a boterboom, I'll have to check on it, but they're in flower. We'll take some photos of them later. And then ahead of us, it looks like it's going to wind its way around, and then it's going to go up that mountain over there. I can see a track in the distance there. Round about up there. Right, this is where the trail starts getting to the steep sections, and yeah, I'll probably go into low range as it looks pretty steep as it climbs its way up. And obviously going to go around the corner there behind that hill, and then I saw the road travelling further up along there. So it looks like it's going to be quite an exciting little drive. Let's give it a go. Right, so done the first section of the trail where it gets very steep. It gets very, very narrow with some quite heavy drop-offs. But the Prado is coping with it. Gets a bit narrow in some of the sections where there's some rock on the side here. Very beautiful.
And so as the drone flies around taking shots of this 4x4 trail, a bit more information about Tibani is supplied to me by the owners. So there are numerous plant species, some of which can only be found in this area, and as well as a vast variety of birds and 42 mammal species that have been identified in the reserve, which include leopard, caracal, jackal, aardvark, klipspringer, duiker, Cape Ribbok, and these are just to name a few. So really interesting. A little way back I did encounter a Ribbok. Didn't stay for me, it disappeared very fast into the bush. Enjoy these visuals. Right, so on my return journey, coming back down the pass where it comes down the mountain, I have mounted the camera and we're going to take the visuals as we go down. I have speeded this up a little bit, but it just gives you a really nice sort of aspect from the vehicle's point of view going down this pass. So come along and enjoy the coaster ride with me.
Right, so special occasion tonight, somebody's birthday. So we've got something really special on the bride tonight. Fortunately, we've just been through the crayfish season or rock lobster season, and we've managed to really get some beautiful crayfish. So we are doing some crayfish tails on the braai. How does that look? This is going to be scrumptious. Right, so our very last night here, the weather's changed, it's much cooler, we're expecting some rain tonight. So no braais tonight, we're just going to have some gnocchi in a pomodoro sauce that we made and brought with us, with parmesan and a bit of jalapeno sauce. Oh, it's coming out all lumpy, but anyway, it'll melt into there. There we go. Well, sadly, the camping trip has come to an end. We've had 2 very hot days, and today woken up beautiful, light misty rain, temperatures a lot cooler. But still, it's been absolutely awesome. And thank you, Sinette and Patrick. This was really nice. We really enjoyed ourselves. Time to head home. On our way home, we drive back through the small scenic town of Montagu and Bonnievale. Montagu is the gateway to the Klein Karoo and part of the well-known Route 62. Montagu is well known for historical buildings that have been kept in immaculate condition. There are many great restaurants for the foodies, as well as known for the hot water springs. And of course, we can't forget the Montagu dried fruit factory. This is a well worthwhile town to visit on any of your travels in the Klein Karoo.
And so as the cooling rain comes down after 3 days of intense heat, we come to the end of our trip. We cross over the Rivier Sonne end to rejoin the N2 at Stormsvlei. Please remember to subscribe and click the bell icon for notifications of any new videos. Join us in the next video as we stay at the Copia Eco Cabins near Bot Rivier. Thanks for watching.